So now that your attendance register is live, I just want to point out to you a few changes that you will see from the perspective of your manager's dashboard. We will do a follow-up video then to show you how the attendance register is completed via the app, but this is just the admin side of it here from the manager's dashboard. So the first change you will see is under the Children tab. So we'll just let on we're setting up a new profile because that's probably the best way to show it to you. So this is your blank template for your new storybook. So you choose an image like so from your computer files and you save that image, and that creates your profile picture. Then you select the level that you're putting the child into. So say this is junior preschool, and then it'll come up with an option of whatever number of classes that you've set up under that junior preschool level, which is a level 4. So let's put her into junior preschool 1. Just add the child's name. And the first new field that you'll see here is the reference ID, and really all this is your CHIC number for children that are on the National Childcare Scheme. And the only reason that we didn't label this CHIC number is because that title will probably be changed, and it's just easier to have it as a reference ID. Now, if the child doesn't have a CHIC number or is not attached to a scheme, you just put an X or a dummy number into that field in order to move on. And then you just put in your date of birth. It's a random date of birth. And then you put in your parent email. And then this is another new field, and this is nominated person. So nominated person is the person who's going to collect the child. And this is a requirement by TUSLA now to have this appearing on your attendance record. Now, the beauty about doing it this way in terms of putting this information into the child profile, this means that this nominated person will automatically populate your attendance record every day. And you can go in and edit that if there's a different person collecting the child. But if it's the same person every day and you've it entered in here in the profile, that will automatically come up and you'll have no need to add it in. And then the next new category that you can see is the schemes category, and you've got a choice of ECCE, NCS or other, and you can do any combination of those. You can do just ECCE only, just NCS only, or all three, whatever basically is applicable. And the significance of this information being in is that when this calculates the hours, then the hours under each scheme or a scheme will also come up on your printed report. So you just hit next, and let's just, for the sake of a dummy profile here, just plow through this so that we can get the profile up. And this is what you do now. At this time you could be setting up your storybooks, and even if you don't have, most of you won't have this information from parents at this stage to populate the child profile, so you just put an X or any letter into the field and then save the changes, and that will allow you to save the child profile so that the storybook is actually set up. And you can see Millie's storybook there. We'll just click into it and we'll just view her profile now, and that's the start of her storybook. And then once the educator from the Educators app starts to add the learning stories and the picture stories and the voice stories and whatever else, whatever other records are there, they will all appear here from the manager's dashboard. So that is the changes to the child profile. So I am just going to go the other one here under the child one, which you wouldn't have seen before, is child left. And again, this is information directly which is needed for the attendance record. And actually how you do that is you go into the child. So let's just say we're going to manage Millie now again. and we're going to go into Millie's profile, and you can see here there's a new button here. There are two new buttons actually. One is attendance, so if you wanted to click out or to print out, sorry, an attendance record for Millie herself, you would do it here, and you just do that by putting in a date range for her. And then if a child leaves the service, you just basically write the reason in here, and again that will populate onto your attendance record to notify the record that this child has left. Okay, then the attendance records themselves is the next new tab, and you can do this, so say let's go into junior preschool 1. So all the children that you have in a particular school will come up. You can select either all the children to appear on your attendance report, or maybe just one child. If you just want an attendance report for one child, you click there, and if you want a record for your full class, you click there, and if you want for just a selection of your class, you obviously select them like that. And all you do is, as I say, you select your class, and you put in the date range that you want an attendance record for. That may be a week, it may be a month, it may be 3 months, whatever it is, and then you download that report from there, and that saves as a PDF, and you can send that off to compliance agencies or provide it to TUSLA if required or whatever. The next new tab then is ECCE holidays, and this is obviously just for the ECCE scheme, because you will probably have holidays in advance for that. So again, you just put in the date, so say you're putting in your midterm holiday, and again this is to populate your attendance record. So say you're taking a week there, and you just put that in as midterm and save changes, and that then will appear and start to accumulate as your holidays. And it's not that you need to know when your holidays are, it's just that these particular dates then will be blanked out and marked as a holiday as you have described it on your attendance record. So that is basically it in terms of the changes that you will see on your manager's dashboard, and we will do another video to show you how to complete the attendance register and all the different functions from the Educator app.